What's it cost to get a
Well, the
franchise
initial
right now?
fee is $30,000, and then depending on the build-out cost, can anywhere from $500,000 to
How many restaurants?
$1.5 million. We've got 630 here in the U.S. and about 350 outside of the U.S., mostly in Southeast Asia.
Who do you now think of as your biggest competitor?
Pretty much anyone in the food category.
Fast casual,
The
broadly.
fast casual, you know, those guys are coming up. They've got most of the growth, most of the legacy
More the burger
brand.
joints, the Shake Shacks of the world?
Yeah, I would think so.
Where do you put like the Chipotles of the world?
Well, the Chipotles of the world are in a little bit of different category than us. I mean,
Okay.
burgers are still the #1 consumed item in the segment, in the QSR segment, across all of the bifurcated
What
segments.
about classic fast food like a McDonald's?
Well, they're there with us. You know, a formidable competitor, if you may. They play more in the value arena than we do.
What's the average bill for a customer?
Around $9.
Right around $9?
Right around $9.
But is it an individual coming in, or is it a family situation, or multiple?
Well, we cater very strongly to families.
Right, that's what I always thought.
Yeah, very much to families. Although we're skewing younger.
You mentioned that you bought out the brand in 2011. It's owned by the franchisees.
That's correct.
It almost kind of reminds me of like a mutual insurance company in terms of the structure of the company. The fact that it is owned by the franchisees, how does that affect the way you run the company versus if you were, say, public or if you were owned by a bigger restaurant group?
Sure, great question. It really, our franchise partners are at the table with every decision that we make that affects the brand. So that's #1. #2 is this is a long-term strategy. There's no exit. This group of franchisees got together to buy the business 6.5 years ago to protect their interest as franchisees over the long term. So this is more of a generational play. How that affects the business is we don't have to think about quarterly earnings. We don't have VC people, you know, pushing us for growth. We can grow the business. We can manage the business for the long term, for the benefit of the long term. That's a very different environment.
Do you have people order a root beer float with diet root beer?
Yeah, we do. We do.
Trying to figure that out. So
Yeah,
the ice cream's in there, but you still go for the diet because you don't want the calories.
You still go for the diet.
Do you have a cream soda float? Will you make that at an A&W?
We do not. We do not.
And some people use Coca-Cola with it.
And some people use Coca-Cola.
But root beer is the best, I think.
Of course it's the best.
And with the
A&W
sugar
root
and
beer is the best.
yeah, I agree.